Good morning. Only the three matches yesterday. Any real angles? Need greater for Doncaster. Automatic promotion for me always trumps any other carrot. They did take the lead with Mr. Street, and then Mr. Garbutt equalised. Could have laid the very late draw, I suppose, given the need for points, particularly for Salford, got to take points off your nearest rival. So very little gained yesterday. They will remain in the playoffs, Donny. This is the kind of match you're looking for, this kind of motivation. Even if the draw doesn't come in, you're with the right teams. Desperate need for points. Champions League. It's a case yesterday of can afford to lose. I did mention this. Barca can afford to lose 3-0 and go through. So you've got to be very careful with these huge leads in the first leg. Even though Barca by far the better side, they can afford, as long as they just score a goal. Well, Dortmund scored the goal for them. So precisely what I was saying, you don't take on a Dortmund lead in an aggregate like that. The angle for me, first half goals in both of these matches, such as the need. And they arrived. And how? PSG putting it to bed pretty much 0-2, turning that aggregate score into 1-5 before the 27th minute. Wow. Definitely taking on a 2-0 lead here. It's got nothing to lose. 2-0 is a good angle. And Villa need points. It's 1-5, 2-5, 3-5, 4-5. So close. So close. Looking on to today. And the Chinese are still with us. Just a smattering of Danish matches. English Premier League, Newcastle against Crystal Palace. Again, same odds Newcastle as they were against Manchester United at the weekend. I don't think it'll be as crushing a victory. Palace are a little bit better. Standings-wise, motivation is huge for both of these two. Newcastle, Champions League football, and just to upgrade into third place with the win today. And their opponents, Crystal Palace, they are in 12th place. You add 3 to that, that's 46 points. And with Europe on 50 plus, they've still got a little bit of work to do. Crystal Palace, don't they? Difficult match to unpack. You just rely on the odds or not. Devastating against Man United at 1.67. They're going to be as similarly strong today. Plenty of motivation for both, but more so for Newcastle. Palace looking increasingly adrift of the European places. In the Champions League, it's all about the first leg results. 2-1 from the first leg for Inter Milan. All to play for here. Bayern Munich must score the first goal. Real Madrid against the Ars. Great stuff from Arsenal. Similar story to Barcelona yesterday. Real Madrid. Arsenal can avoid a 2-0 defeat and still progress. As long as Arsenal score, it's going to be an uphill task for Real Madrid. This lead, I think, is not big enough. 3-0. You'll be looking again for a goal before half-time in a match where you need 3 goals to respond. So just logic, isn't it? Look for that goal before half-time. Was there any way we could have waited yesterday and got in after 20 minutes, perhaps? That could be a way to create value. No, 11 minutes there for that one. And 11 minutes there as well. So first half goals coming in. So you might have to either take a position pre-match or hope for the best. It's certainly motivating factors, particularly with a 3-goal deficit to overcome. That is about that, I think. We've got the English Championship, League One and League Two on Friday, near full coupon. So watch out for that. But here, it's just those 3 matches. And again, like last night, it doesn't warrant my staying up just for 3 matches. I'm sure you can cope. It'll give you a good chance. How would I play? Well, you'd be looking at the odds. See if you get a reaction like you did against Man United. At the same odds with home advantage. Here, you'd be looking for a first half goal, at least logically. Got to score 3 goals, Real Madrid. Got to start in the first half, surely. Inter and Bayern, very, very tight. This could be a 0-0 for a while. Don't forget, we can go to extra time, Bayern Munich, with just a single goal. Or 0-1 lead. So they'll be aiming for a 0-2 win. Inter Milan will be aiming to put this to bed with a scoring the next goal, make this 3-1. Tennis-wise, let's take a look at the tennis from yesterday. So I say it's a wonderful part of the year if you're interested in tennis trading. I take my cue from the odds initially. See, if Carino Buster-Capigno Ass had won the first set there, I would have had a little bit of interest. It looks like all of these odds-on favourites are doing the job. There we go. Exactly what I'm talking about. Rinda Kanek wins the first set in a tiebreaker, which is what you want to see because it's not overwhelming Laszlo Djere. And then he comes back as a true 1.25 shot. Very easy. You can look at the rankings there, 80th against 75th, so tight enough in the rankings. Obviously some difference despite the rankings. Fils carrying on impressively, and Alcaraz as well, although he was given a bit of work in the last bit. So an interesting, that was the kind of play you're looking for. And this one as well. Karen Khachanov against Cameron Norrie. Cameron Norrie going through the qualifiers the day before. So tiebreakers, worth taking on because it's they haven't won convincingly, have they? Bautista Agut, always a solid unit. Let's have a look again. Pre-match favs, odds on favourite losing 7-6 in the first set. Perfect angle in. That's what you're after. This one I wouldn't have played, despite it's the other way round. The favourite winning the first set and then conceding the next two. So it looks as if the market's getting these primarily correct, although having just shown that, this is what we have to worry about as tennis traders. It's knowing whether there's an injury or not. Denis Shapovalov. So we do 1.08. Trouble at the mill. You're going to be losing money if you get involved and they retire once the first set has been played. So that's the Achilles heel of tennis trading, is the retirements. We'll stick with the men's at the moment. We've got the familiar names and the ladies. Any upsets? No, it looked like this one here, Vekic against Fett. 20th against 153rd in the world. So losing in a tiebreaker, I think I might have been tempted in with this one and lost. Or maybe not. Because Fett broke. Oh no, we're looking for Vekic to respond. So that's not a good look, is it? Losing your first 3 service games for Donna Vekic. So obviously something amiss with her. That's about it yesterday. Tennis today. Probably remain in Barcelona. Yeah. And Mr. Fils continues his excellent run since Monte Carlo. The Frenchman might be made to work playing a Spaniard in Spain. Stefanos Tsitsipas and Casper Ruud. Some familiar names now, aren't they? All top 10, I believe, or thereabouts. 13th, Holger Rune, Stefanos Tsitsipas. Oh, he's gone up the rankings a bit. 16th. And Casper Ruud, 10th. So we've got some world-class tennis in Barcelona today. Munich, we're on clay because it's the French Open leg. Again, odds-on favourites at home. Zverev and Altmaier, we might see a 3-setter here. In Germany, I would take on a Zverev first set lead. Hugely motivated by home support. Hampman as well. So watch out for that. So enough tennis. Plenty to talk about there. Plenty to talk about in the football today. Won't be hearing from me this evening. You can probably realise that yourself. Only the 3 matches. Not enough. You don't need my guidance for 3 matches, do you? Surely. Just to summarise, similar odds to Man United win, similar scoreline, goals before half-time if you've got a 3-goal deficit. Those were my main 2 angles this evening. Probably going to get a smattering of plays with the Danes et al. As well. Have a great day, and I'll see you again tomorrow.